Hey you guys, so in this video today, I really want to test out a full face of the cheapest, lowest price makeup from NYX to find out if any of these products are actually any good. Now, I remember back in the day when NYX was like the brand. They were like the affordable brand that you could still get really good quality products out of, and it was always super exciting. Also, they used to be a little bit more difficult to find. Now you can find NYX in like all the drugstores. It's everywhere. Everybody knows NYX. But I remember they used to be sold at like these random clothing boutiques or hair stores, and then their website. It was a little bit more difficult to pick up any of the products, but when you did, man, you were able to load up on so many pencils because they were just that great price point, maybe around $2 or so. They don't have anything in that $1 to $2 price range anymore. As we know, the prices have crept up slowly throughout the years, but they do still have some more affordable, lower price products, and I'm really curious to see if any of them are actually any good. So in my little basket here, I have a pretty good mixture of newer and older products. I just went one by one through each category and picked the lowest price products. So I have the lowest price bronzer, the lowest price lip gloss, the lowest price foundation, all of that to try out, and I really hope that we can find some goodies in here. Hopefully that quality has maintained through those lower price categories like they used to, or was it just like a fantasy? Maybe it was the best that we could get back then and now things have just surpassed. I know some of these favorites are your guys's because my intention for this video was actually gonna be a full face of your favorites. However, a bunch of them were sold out when I was shopping, and then I got this idea for the lowest price makeup and I was like, I'm gonna go with that one. But some of these are your guys' favorites too, and I'm really excited to try them out. Now, before we dive into the video, in case you do not know who I am, my name is Ashley Ellix, and I would love it so much if you would consider subscribing by hitting that little red button down below, and then make sure that bell is tapped if you are subscribed. That way you get notified when I do post more videos, which is 3 times a week, all beauty related and all cruelty free as well. But enough chit chat, enough jibber jabbing. I am so excited to try out these products, and if you want to see how they all perform, then you're in the right place, and all you need to do now is sit back, hang tight, and keep on watching. Boop! All right, threw my hair back. We're gonna get started. Now, I do wanna say, when I was going through the lowest price products per category, I didn't include anything that was on clearance or sale items. Of course, that would be cheating. I wanted the lowest price, full price product, and then nothing that was travel or mini, unless the lowest price full size item also came in a travel. Then I did substitute for that, but it's still the lowest price item. You get it, you know what I mean. So let's start with primer. I have a newer product here from NYX. It is the Bear With Me Cannabis Sativa Seed Oil. It's a multitasking spray. So this is a primer and setting spray all in one. It retails for $10. The regular style primers, in case you were interested, retailed for $13, and that has like those color correcting in it. And then I think those were like the original dupe for the Smashbox primers. I was surprised to see the price point at $13. I was expecting those to be maybe around $8 at the most. I think they used to be around $5, but don't quote me on that. But let's see how this goes. Ooh, okay, I have a thought already. This might be a dupe for the Smashbox primer water, you know? Now, I never loved the primer water just because I didn't really see much of a difference with it, but I know some people swear by that, and this feels the same going on. Has more of a smell and a taste on accident, but it's nice. It's not floral. I don't know what fragrance that is, but it's nice. It's supposed to have vitamin E, caffeine, and hemp-derived seed oil. So yeah, revitalize and stuff. Yeah. Has a little bit of a stick to it, so it might work nicely as a primer. That is good. So I'll use this again as a setting spray later on. Now let's go into foundation and concealer. So I do conceal my discoloration on the side of my cheeks before I go in with my foundation. So for the concealer, it's the HD Studio Photogenic Concealer, which I know some of y'all, this is a favorite, so I'm really excited to try it out. It was a little bit difficult to find a shade match online, but I went with CW035. In the packaging, it looks a little too dark, but we'll see. We'll see in a sec. The price point of this is only $6 though, which I like. I like that price point much better. For some reason, I thought the HD concealer was more expensive, so that was a nice surprise. Yeah, it's a great color match for my base. It's not gonna be great for brightening and stuff. I'm just gonna blend it out right here with this flat kabuki. It says it's a corrector, HD corrector. Yeah, I know that this was a dupe for something back in the day and people just loved it. That's what I remember happening, like before they were just like huge on all their like lip products and eye pencils and stuff, and Eyeshadow Singles, hello, back. Oh, those were so pigmented, so good. But then they started coming out with products that were more like duping high-end products almost. So that was really exciting. And now they're just like a nice mix of innovation, duping, and variety, you know? Now for foundation, the lowest price foundation that I was able to find on NYX site was the Born to Glow foundation. Now this one retails for $10 and I have the shade Nude 6.5. I actually already own this one because I got it when it first launched and I do really like it for like a medium coverage, glowy type of foundation. You're gonna think that the color looks green going on me because it does, but then it oxidizes in a good way where it like adjusts and it looks like my skin tone. It's very weird. It looks really scary, yellowy green going on, but it settles down. So it's, yeah, it's weird. I don't know what to say about that other than it's a good foundation. I like it. And the color does weird things. Now I'm going to do another light layer, but I'm going to go in with a beauty sponge now to put this on. It blends, honestly. You can apply it with a sponge or a brush, whatever you feel like. I found it works great both ways. The reason why I'm going in with the sponge right now is I just want to add a little bit more. Now going back in with the concealer. Hopefully this will work out. It is definitely a little bit, yeah, you can really tell now on top of this foundation. Okay, so we're going to try to just judge the consistency, not the color. Oh, we'll blend it out. I might need to go in with something lighter though to salvage, because that's not the concealer's fault. That's not NYX's fault. That is my fault with the color matching. It'll work good for these like little pimply guys that I have though. I don't even know why I put it on like a highlighter. It's not gonna do that. It's not gonna be great for that. Oh well, we've committed. Let's do this. It's like orange on me. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, it ended up working out. It must not have a lot of coverage though, because that color was like way off for me and I'm not seeing any like noticeable difference or anything, but it blended out nicely and I feel like my dark circles are covered. Maybe because it's like a corrector? Maybe, is that why? I don't know, but it worked out and it's nice, so okay. Now I'm gonna go in with the lowest price highlighter because I have a liquid highlighter for this. This one was $7.50. There was a powder highlighter that was like around $8.50 or whatever, but I wanted to try this one anyway, so I was like, you know what? This is technically the cheapest one. I'm gonna go with that. This is the travel size though, which this one right here was $3.50, but the full size was $7.50. So like I said, I'm gonna substitute travel when I can, because like I'm never gonna go through a full size ever. It's not gonna happen. Oh, that's an interesting little applicator. It looks like a lip gloss. I think I'm gonna take some on the back of my hand. And what shade was this? Was there different shades? This is 02 Gleam. So there must have been different shades. I don't even remember now. It was like a month ago. It took me a while to get my order, but that is just how everything's going on right now. So I'm not gonna complain about that. I'm just gonna tap it onto the cheekbones. Since it's part of the Born to Glow line, it should work nicely with this foundation. Is it? Do we see any difference at all? I'm not really seeing any of it. Okay, let me see if I could just build this up a little bit. Oh, now I've built it up so much it just looks orange on me. Okay, hang on. I don't like that. Oh man. I mean, it looks like a pretty blush right now. Should have went with the lighter one, but for medium skin tones, it would be pretty, except it's not really giving me as much glow as I would want. So why am I trying to justify it when it's not working as is? It's just not working as a glowy product anyways. Yeah, no, I don't really like this. This is a fail for me. Yeah, I just feel like I'm putting orange all over my face. Okay, moving on. Let's go in now with a setting powder. So the lowest price setting powder was the HD finishing powder for, I have my notes right here, $10 for the setting powder. It's a pressed setting powder. I have the travel one, which was $3.50, and I got the shade 02 Banana. Okay, so that's what this little guy looks like. Full size looks exactly the same, but bigger. Okay, let me do my under eyes first. Set right under there. I like that this banana shade isn't like just straight up yellow, because those ones do not look so good on me. I like a more translucent-y golden base. Take it down around the nose. We'll see how mattifying this is too, because as you can see, that foundation, it has a nice glow to it, but I have to set it because it just feels so sticky. And everywhere else, I'm gonna just press it on with this big fluffy brush. Whew, okay, I'm looking real matte. Not surprised the powder mattified me. Not surprised by any means. Let's move on to bronzer and blush. So for bronzer, I have the matte bronzer in the shade Deep. This one retails for $9, and I guess that's what it looks like. Just a simple little black packaging. This reminds me of old school NYX, like no fuss. There's a little mirror in there. So this looks a little bit red in tone. I don't remember picking Deep, but that's what came in my order, so I must have picked that. Yeah, it does look a little bit red, so I don't know if I picked a great one for me or if they sent me something different than I picked, but let's see how it goes going on. Ooh, you know what? That bronzer is actually quite nice. It blended beautifully. It is more red in tone for the deep shade, so keep that in mind. If that's something that you're looking for, that's great. If you don't want a red toned, undertoned bronzer, then don't go for this one. But the blendability was great, top notch. Liked that. Now let's go in with a blush. Now I know some of you guys told me, oh my goodness, you have to get the Sweet Cheeks blush. So I was really excited to see that this was the lowest price blush anyways. I got the Glow version in Citron Rose. I don't know. Citrine? I'm just the worst of pronunciation. This is what it looks like. It looked a little bit lighter in the pictures online. I'm not gonna lie. This is more of like a brick coral. In the shade I saw, it was a lighter coral. But let's try it out anyways. I do love an orangey or corally blush. So that is what I was going for. And this does look really nice. Looks like super pigmented, so a little goes a long way. Tap off the excess. Oh my goodness, I forgot to tell you how much this was. This is $7.50 for this blush. Not too shabby. Definitely used to be cheaper blushes from them, but hey. Woo, look at that pigment. Okay, I need to diffuse that a little bit. I'm just gonna take this little powder brush and just soften the edges a little bit. If I get too carried away or if something's ultra pigmented, that's all I do. Okay, now I really wish that I bought a powder highlight from them because that liquid highlighter did nothing. Nothing. Okay, I hate that product, all right? I don't like you, Born to Glow Illuminator. Maybe it'll be good as a mix-in, but I don't like you as, no. I can't see it. I can't. I'm gonna go back in with my setting spray, which was the Bear With Me Cannabis Sativa setting spray like we talked about at the beginning. 10 bucks for this. By the way, the cheapest setting spray that they had that was just a setting spray that it didn't claim to do primer too like this one does was $9, so $1 less, and I went with this one since it was multi-purpose and I could use it as a primer too because overall that would be cheaper if I can use it as a primer and a setting spray, you know what I mean? Ooh, that brought a little bit of glow back. Little bit. In fact, let me add a little bit more just to beef up that glow. The sprayer on here is really good too. That's what reminds me of the Smashbox one, is that sprayer on the Smashbox is really good. That's what that feels like. Wow. That really just brought everything together. Okay, let's move on to eyes. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can kind of see what I'm doing a little bit better. And now that I'm zoomed in, you can definitely see the coverage now of the whole base. So I was definitely more matte before I did the spray. Now that the spray's on there, it kind of helped bring some of the glow back, but you'll see that the whole base is like a medium coverage. So I still have my little pimply guy coming through a little bit right there, and then some of my freckles and discoloration around here you can still see. So definitely a true medium coverage, but if that's what you're looking for, then there you go. And it wears pretty well because I've used this Born to Glow, like I said, quite a few times. I do like it, and it wears really nicely throughout the day. Let's move on to eyebrows. So I have here the Tame & Frame Tinted Brow Pomade. This one was $7.50. Now they did have cheaper pencils, but because I think they were doing that sale when I was shopping, all the shades that would work for me were sold out. And the pencils were like, I think around $5. So this is only $7.50, way cheaper than what I use for my brow pomades. Those ones are in the $20 price range. I don't really like pencils anyways, so that's kind of like, I don't like it when I have to test something that's like, well, I'm probably not gonna like it, you know? But some things surprised me, but those pencils they were like the classic eyebrow pencils. And I could predict how those were gonna go. But luckily they were sold out anyway, so I had to go with this one. I got the shade Brunette. We'll see how that goes. I usually use like a soft brown. So hopefully, yeah, that looks to be about right. So I'm excited. I'm not gonna be able to talk and apply this, so let's just speed through it and then I'll give my thoughts after my brows are on. Ooh, Except I will say that's nice and creamy. Oh, was not expecting that. Kind of like that. That was quite nice. I like the shade of it. It was a creamy consistency. It wasn't too creamy though that you couldn't work with it, and it had some good pigment in it, as you can tell. Pretty good. How much was this again? $7.50? So that's nice. I'll keep testing it out and I'll let you know like if it's like a top-notch amazing, if it's going to replace my go-tos or not. So I have here the Pigment Primer, which retails for $6.50. Little guy, that's more of like a traditional type of eye primer, I would say. This feels just like the Too Faced Shadow Insurance and the Urban Decay Primer Potion. But those ones are like 22 bucks or something. And this one's only $6.50. So hey-o, good tackiness to it too. That's quite nice. Now for eyeshadows, I have, this is the newest of the Ultimate Edits. It's the Escape Artist one. So there's like a pressed, it looks like a pressed glitter in here. Maybe it's a metallic. I'm super excited. And then I also have a single. Who remembers NYX Singles? Oh my goodness. I had this little one. It was like a square pan back in the day, and it was black, and it was the best black eyeshadow ever, especially for the time. I don't know about now. I mean, that shade's long gone from my collection, but it was so good. And I think it was like $2, maybe $4. This one right here I got because I needed a base shade. There's no base shade in it. It's the shade Whipped Cream, which I know some of you guys must have this one. You have to because it's a cult classic. But I've never used it before, and it retails for $4.50. The palette retails for $7. Oh my goodness, it still has a little bow on it. That's so cute. Oh, it's so cute. These were the original MAC dupes. Okay? And they did a darn good job on them, let me just say. So I'm going to just set underneath my eyebrows with this. We'll see how pigmented it is. It's pretty white, obviously. I'm not gonna try to build it up too much though. I just want to set right here. Man, that's pretty good white shade right there. If I went in with a heavier hand, it would be pretty stark white. Dude, I don't remember what that black shade was called, but you guys, it was so good. It was so good. I used that thing for years. That's pigmented, okay. And they had a lot, they had a lot of shades to choose from. So if you're looking for some singles, check out those, $4.50, which is not the cheapest of singles that you can get these days. But a lot of the singles that I see are in the ones that you can refill a palette yourself. This one actually has a container. So if you're looking for like one shade in particular and you don't want a full palette, it's worth a gander. So check that out. Okay, now let's go in with the Ultimate Edit palette. I'm having crazy deja vu now. That's so weird. This is pretty. Look at that. Look at that little palette. That was a cute little palette right there. I kind of want to do a halo eye and utilize that gold. So let me go in with a little mix of these two on the sides. Well, excuse me, those mattes were quite gorgeous. They built up beautifully. They blended out beautifully. I only used those two shades though. I ended up not using the brown one. I used this one and this one, as you guys might have noticed. And that's beautiful, okay? All right, let me see though how this little pressed situation is. Is this a metallic? Is it a glitter? I think it's just a metallic. It's probably gonna work better with my eyes. I mean, with my finger. Better with my eye. Let me just put it right on. Better with my finger onto my eyes, but I do want to try a brush because it is really difficult for me to use my fingers with these long nails. Ooh, actually, that's pretty nice. I don't really, okay, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, that's just a dry brush, baby. Onto that, I mean, on that eye primer, but still. Let's see though if there's a difference using my finger, because that's pretty poppin'. Let's try it like this. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Either way, I don't think using a finger is mandatory, but it does offer a little bit more punch to that. Wow, that is fiery and gorgeous. Press that all out so it's nice and blown out. Okay, now that I'm able to take my brush, let me use the brush just on the lower lash line. That is really pretty. $7, baby. $7. So for eyeliner, I have another fave. A couple of you guys mentioned this to me. This is the matte liquid liner, and this one was $7.50. I usually like a felt tip liner, no lie, but I'm branching out today. This is more of a traditional dip type of one. I'm not gonna do a wing. I'm just going to line my eyes with this. No. Ooh. No skipping or anything. That was super, super easy. Wow. The only thing that I find difficult about these little brushes that you dip in is sometimes it picks up too much product, but there seems to be like a nice stopper in there that pulls some of it off when you do it, because that doesn't have too much in there. Let me just get into this inner corner. Wow. Okay, so that was super easy. It didn't pick up too much product. It was fantastic. I can see why a lot of you guys love that liquid liner, and that is a fave of a lot of people because that is really good. Okay, now hopefully it holds up because it does say water resistant. It doesn't say waterproof, which makes me a little nervous because my eyes get pretty watery and I have slightly hooded eyes, so I tend to transfer. But hopefully it all goes well because that was one of the easiest dippy type of liners that I've ever used. So I see you, NYX. I see you. Now I'm gonna go with mascara. This is the Worth the Hype mascara in the waterproof formula. And this one is $8. Now this and the regular Worth the Hype mascara were both $8. That was the lowest price, obviously. But I remember there being like 4 or 5 different mascaras that were like $5 each. NYX didn't have it on their website. They had Doll Eyes, but Doll Eyes was $10. And I was like, I do not remember paying $10 for Doll Eyes. I feel like I've seen in drugstores some lower priced NYX mascaras, but I mean, NYX didn't have it, so I don't know what's up with that. But I've used the Worth the Hype, the regular mascara before, and it was pretty good, but I wanted to try something different, so I grabbed the waterproof because, hey, we're in summer and I tend to get a lot more transferring in the summer with the humidity. So I'm curious to see how this one goes, how this formula is. This one already off the bat does not feel as thickening as the regular Worth the Hype. Ugh, why is that? So many waterproof mascaras are not thickening. I have like 2 of them right now. I've decluttered a lot, but 2 of them right now, they just do exactly this. They just coat the lashes like a little tint. Here's the mascara all on. You know what? I don't need to be so critical, okay? It's actually quite a nice mascara, and it's my favorite off of first impressions for a waterproof mascara that I've used because, like I said, a lot of them are kind of too not doing enough. You know what? After I did a few coats, it's doing enough. It's doing a lot. It's not as voluminous as I like, but it's the best waterproof mascara that I've tried. Not testing the waterproof abilities yet, though. But you know what I mean. You know. So I have one more liner to try out. This is just the classic Eyepencil, okay? And this is in the shade Black. All right, so I'm gonna be using this just on my upper waterline. I hope it's looking like you know, it's their classic kohl pencil. Seems pretty creamy though. So I tend to use gel pencils now, but let's see how this one goes because this one was only $4.50. I say only $4.50, but I specifically remember these being like $2. That was literally 7 years ago that I last bought one of these at that price point. It's definitely firmer than I'm used to now. I love the Marc Jacobs highliners. Those are so soft and creamy, and this one is very firm, so it does not feel as pleasant going on the upper waterline, but it is working. Just so you know. Ow. This is just giving me flashbacks of the first time I ever put on black liner. When I say I put on, I should say my older sister put on me. We were waiting for my brother to finish up his baseball game or practice, and we were in her 4Runner, and she was like, listen, honey, we're gonna try some black liner on you. Here you go, you're gonna do it. And I was like, okay. And I remember the, you know, visor, the mirror visor, and pulling down, and I'm pretty sure she had just lightered it and then let it cool. And then, you know, so, I mean, this is better than that. It's not as firm as way back. All flashing back to me. Anyways, that was my first time ever using a makeup product behind my mother's back. Oh, anyways, so now we have the lips to do, and I'm gonna take this off because I am so over it. So for my lips, I have these three little products right here. I'm gonna be starting off with the lip pencil, which is, I believe, the Slim Lip Liner lip pencil. This one retails for $4, and I already had this one in the shade Mauve, which is my favorite. I also like, I think it's Nude Beige, but this one is one of my holy grails, and I love it. It's soft, it's creamy, but you can also get a nice precise line. It's great. It's fabulous. I think they used to be around $2, but you know what? $4 is still not that bad. Yeah, it's one of my favorite. It goes on so easily, so nicely. I just love it. Now moving on to the lipstick, I have the extra creamy round lipstick, and I have the shade Minimalist. This one is also $4. I don't remember if I've ever used one of these, but I do know that people used to say these were a good dupe for the MAC lipsticks. Okay. That is way creamy and way more pink than I remember seeing swatches of it. Woo! So, okay, I don't love this eye and lip combo, but we're just gonna test it out. Okay, we're just gonna see how it goes. Super creamy. Wow. Like, hard to get a precise line. It's so creamy. I would like this shade a lot better if it coordinated with my eyes better. But hey, just going off of swatches online, you never know. So now this butter gloss is not going to make any sense. This is the shade Fortune Cookie that I already had on hand. This was the cheapest gloss, and they still make it after all these years. This for sure has a cult following. This retails for only $5. Let's see how this combo goes now. Okay, it's not that bad. It's kind of blending in. The shade Fortune Cookie is the only one that I still will rebuy, because the other ones are just like, meh, I don't know. I don't love it because it like does that stringy thing that I don't like, but it smells so good. Yeah, that's a nice combo in and of itself. Like I said, I don't love the pairing between the eyes in this, but it's not that bad. It's not that bad. But this is my full face of the lowest, cheapest makeup products from NYX. That is everything put together. What are you guys feeling about this makeup look? Are there any products that you were eyeing that you were interested in? I'm not gonna go through each and every one because you kind of got my first impressions I was going through, but I will tell you my two favorite products that I used today were the Ultimate Edit in Escape Artist. That eyeshadow palette for $7 worked so beautifully. I'm loving this eye look, and I cannot wait to use this like deep army greenish teal shade. And then I really liked the matte liquid liner. If it really is waterproof and I don't get any kind of smudging or weirdness throughout the day, I really like this. And like I said, I'm usually a felt tip liner gal, so for me to like one of these ones, I feel like that says a lot. It was not skippy. It didn't pick up too much product. It was so smooth and nice. I love it. So far, I really love it. Now, my least favorite product, without question, you could probably guess, was the Born to Glow Illuminator, just because I feel like it didn't do anything at all. Like I was talking about, I was tempted to maybe just go and pick up the lighter one, but as I'm using it, I'm like, well, this isn't doing anything for glowing purposes either. So why even bother? You know, everything else I'm pretty amped on. No complaints, honestly. Bronzer, beautiful. Blush, beautiful. Brows, love it. I'm really excited. I think we found a lot of goodies in here today with these lowest, cheapest products from NYX. I will continue to test out a bunch of these, and then I'll update you guys in the future. I want to do like a speed review video soon, so make sure you are subscribed by hitting that little red button down below. That way you don't miss out when I do update you guys in the future with some of these products that I test out in videos. That way you don't just see them one time and they're done. I try to incorporate them in the future so you get a little updates here and there throughout my videos. Let me know down in the comments below if there are any other brands that you want me to do this style of video doing, where I go through and find the lowest, cheapest price products they make and test them out, or hey, maybe even the highest price. My bank account is like, no! But anyways, that is it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope that every single one of you have a great, freaking, awesome, wonderful, beautiful day. How these lowest, cheapest priced makeup products go. Sit back, hang, oh, that was terrible. Sit back, hang tight. That airplane or helicopter sounds really low. Price products that things change, Ashley. Get over the past. I have the that was bad. Ashley, get it together. No. Oh, I blinked.